Novak Djokovic, he beat Norway's Casper Ruud in straight sets yesterday to win the French Open at Roland Garros, and it moves him clear of Rafael Nadal to 23 Grand Slam tennis titles. So massive congratulations to him. What an absolute unit. Djokovic was asked whether or not he's the greatest of all time, but he did not want to put himself on that pedestal.
I mean, I don't want to say that I am the greatest, because I feel I've said it before, it's disrespectful towards all the great champions in different eras of our sport that was played in a completely different way than it is played today. So I feel like each great champion of his own generation has left a huge mark, a legacy, and paved the way for us to be able to play this sport in such a great stage worldwide. So I leave those kind of discussions of who is the greatest to someone else.
There we go. So obviously, Ali,
Yes.
it's always difficult to compare generations, because
It's impossible.
we do it with the City and with the Manchester United argument,
Yeah.
don't we?
It's impossible.
In this case, look, number 23, as we said, 23 is the magic number.
Yeah.
Most major championships for men. That is,
Yes.
I mean, look, let's just appreciate him, I suppose, in his own right, Ali.
You caught me having a cup of tea there.
Sorry.
It's okay. I thought you were going to lead on to another.
I thought you were going to jump in, so I just thought, here we go, I'll let him go then.
He has been fantastic. I'll tell you about Djokovic, right? And this might stir a bit of controversy, right? Out of the current, big ones, he's won more major championships, and for that is absolutely remarkable. And I don't think you can't ever take that away from him. On clay, the best the world has ever seen is Nadal. There is no doubt about that. And this might cause a bit of controversy. I actually think Federer is a lot easier on the eye than any of them I've ever seen play the game. So that sounds a bit unfair in Djokovic, in the respect that he, in terms of watching him, I'd probably rather watch Nadal on clay and I'd rather watch Federer. But in all seriousness, what Djokovic has achieved is absolutely incredible, and he definitely is in the argument to be one of the best players, if not the best player of all time. But to compare generations, you go back to Wimbledon, Sampras, you go back to Borg, McEnroe, guys like that, and even all the way further back, it's absolutely who are playing with equipment, with wooden rackets and all that stuff. Same as golf, for example, and it's just impossible to compare them. We should just be blessed that they've all played them and we've enjoyed them all.
What I love about this generation as well is that we didn't just have one that was dominant. It's the three, isn't it? And also you can add Andy Murray in that, managing to win
100%.
Was it 2 Wimbledons in the end?
Agassi, I remember hearing Agassi, brilliant. He said the unluckiest tennis player he's ever seen in his life, Andy Murray. He said because Andy Murray's playing in an era where the 3 of the greatest players have ever played the game are in. He said, I played in an era. If Andy Murray played in my era, Agassi was saying, he'd have won about 10, at least 10.
Yep.
Majors.
The thing about Djokovic that I just want to say as well is that I remember doing the US Open years ago. We went out and did it, and the one thing that I really enjoy about watching Djokovic, when you do the comparison with Federer, say he's easy on the eye. Djokovic could do things with his body in terms of returning the ball, where he would get himself into these positions like a serpent almost, and you're like, how did he get himself across the court? How did he get himself back across the court for another return? It was just, honestly, watching him sometimes you're like, that's not even human, and you have to respect that. I think sometimes maybe a lot of this is about personality as well, and he can rub people up the wrong way sometimes, which means that
100%.
he can be a less, not a less worthy champion, but just a less popular champion. I think sometimes it's quite literally just down to that. But in terms of what he's done in the sport, I mean, 23 major, that's just incredible, isn't it, really?